Hi, interested about the relationship between your dreams and your waking life? You want to know how your dreams can guide you through your current life? Stick around until the end then. So I could speak for days about my dreams. My dreaming life in some periods of my life has been much more interesting than my waking life. But there's a reason why it's like that. I'm going to tell you something about it. So last night I had this weird dream. It was kind of a romantic dream, and I woke up angry because I thought, why am I dreaming about me and this guy that doesn't even exist in real life, by the way? Because I'm happily married and I'm not looking for any affair. I love my husband. We've been together for 25 years and we love each other. So I was kind of angry and I thought, oh God, I also had a romantic dream 3 or 4 nights ago and then another one last week. And then I realized that, when you don't want something to happen in your dreams, so you dismiss that during your waking life, what happens is they come back again and again and again, because the universe works that way. Your spirit guides and your higher self have this kind of insistent, persistent behavior with us. So if you dismiss something, you don't want to think about that, you don't want to work on something, you don't want to process, elaborate on something, well, you're gonna hit that wall again and again and again until you wake up and say, oh, I'll face it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm facing the dream, and by facing this dream and the previous ones I had in the past week, I realized it's nothing about having a with someone else. It's something completely different, actually. So last night I dreamt that I was in this wonderful contest. It was sort of a squat house. We were all hanging around in this house, in this place. It was beautiful from an aesthetic point of view, but it was also, the energy was great. I was feeling 100% like myself. Now, it was like a movie was being worked on. I don't think they were shooting the movie, but people were working on the movie. And I think I was working on that movie too, and it felt great. Although I have no idea what my role was there, because I wasn't an actor, I was not the director, I was not an assistant. I have no idea what I was doing, but I was in my element. I was feeling great. I was just myself. And then in that context, I met this guy who, again, doesn't exist in real life, but he was very handsome. And we realized that we were having feelings for one another. And then somehow I knew that he bought some red roses for me. I also can visualize perfectly the bouquet of red roses. It was wonderful, but I never received it. I was falling in love. I was having a real crush for this person, but nothing really happened. I mean, it was just the recognition of one another and the feelings, the mutual feelings that we were having. And then I saw myself, I think it was the same day or a few days later, but I was much older than him, like 10, 20 years older than him. And I was joking about this with other people that I think were his age. And then a few more things happened that I don't think were really relevant. And then I woke up never having received the bouquet, by the way. But the idea of these roses that would be handed to me kind of lingered in the air. So when I sat down and meditated this morning, trying to understand why I'm dreaming of romantic relationships with men when in real life I'm not looking for any, I suddenly understood everything. And I mean everything about the past couple of months, maybe 3 months in my life, and also some patterns in the past 30 years of my life. And this is crazy. So the big revelation I had is, in dream life, when you dream of a romantic relationship, and it's not just passion, feelings, feeling at home, feeling complete, that is your higher self and your spirit guides trying to tell you that that is the life that is trying to waking up inside of you. In my case, it's about creativity, passion, art, because this is what I used to do a lot more in my life, and I stopped doing when I took this job at the hotel that I've worked on for almost 3 years now, and I'm trying to get rid of, trying to step out of. So this job that I'm doing is kind of keeping me in my sleep, and my soul is trying to connect with me and tell me get back to your old life, get back to the creative life, get back to art. And then I think I told you here that throughout September and the first week of October, I felt really depressed. And that is not normal for me. The only time I was depressed was when I was doing therapy for a cancer that I was diagnosed with quite a few years back. But that was a secondary depression, it's called, because it was caused by medicines and treatments, not by my inner self. So that depressive time that I spent through September and October and the first week of October, and if you go watch my videos from that period, I'm speaking about getting drunk. I never do that. Getting angry with my family, never do that either. Crying in bed when I go to sleep, that's not me. That was the dark night of the soul. I was witnessing the death of an old part of myself, and also I didn't share here, not with myself actually, but now that I'm thinking about it, I had quite a few dreams in the past few months where I saw a dead person on the street or falling out of my own bed and didn't feel any feelings for them. And they were nobody that I could recognize. There was an old self dying so that a new self could be born. So this is my new self. And the crazy part, the dark night of the soul ended on one night. It was, I think, the 8th of October, when I told you already, I think 3 times, but please bear with me again. I went to sleep crying and desperate and asked the universe to send me a novel. I don't know how that came to me that I wanted to write a novel. I haven't written a novel for the past 20 years, I think. And a second after asking it, I received the first sentence of my book. And that is the book that I've been writing for the past 1.5 months. And I have just finished the first draft. I've never written this fast in my whole life. And the bottom line of this video, if you're still here, is don't dismiss your dreams. Whatever you see in your dreams, try to interpret it through the lens of symbols. So romantic relationships is other parts of you that you want to connect with, that you want to feel passion and love and deep feelings for. Don't dismiss your dreams because they're trying to show you the way. They're trying to show you what your true path is and what your purpose or one of your purposes here is. So I'm revising this book and I can't wait to release it and have you read it. It's about dreams, it's about 3i Atlas, it's about spiritual awakenings, it's about us now. But it's a novel, so it's fiction. And no matter what the weather looks like for you today, no matter what happens around you in real world, please be close to your dreams. They will show you the way. Even today, even in these times that we're living. Have a great day.